Hi viewers, how are you doing? So, motorhome vlog update. Got Eddie behind me, we're back at the workshop. He's been cleansing the outside of the motorhome and he's telling me that he's missed a bit up there. Can you see it, viewers? It's only a little bit, I'll get that later, but Eddie's doing a fantastic job of the motorhome recommissioning. So today, viewers, what we're going to do is I brought some GoPro parts. So we're going to fit these self-adhesive GoPro Feet to the dash, and then with these selective bits that I've got off Amazon, we're going to either put these on or these. So it's 1/4 inch on there, and then to GoPro on there, and then mount them so we can mount the screens. But Eddie was telling me off camera that he backed the van out the other day, backed this out, and they're like inverted on here, the sort of a mirror image of what they should be, so it's quite confusing when you're reversing. So yeah. And what are these pistons from them, Eddie?
They're from a Ford Pinto engine. I've currently got a scrap heap challenge build on my channel where I'm building an engine basically from the scrap parts left over from years of sort of messing about with these engines. I'll give you a sneak peek if you like.
So check out Eddie's channel if you want to see more.
This engine block has been in my garage for donkey's years, and it was a bit wet and moist in there, but that's the one that we're using for the build.
That looks like a new block.
Yeah, but as you can see, we've got cylinder wear.
Oh yeah, at the tops of the tops there.
So what I'm doing now is just
that.
looking for a good set of pistons.
Yeah.
I've got some new piston rings that I'd had stashed for years, and I thought they were standard size like that, but they're oversized, which most people go, oh, I can't use them. I decided to file fit, as in trim them down.
Yeah.
So the actual piston ring gaps are factory spec, despite the worn cylinders.
Yeah.
So we should at least hold some compression. But it's eventually it will be running on avgas, which is a 100 octane leaded fuel.
Yeah, I think that's what they put in aeroplanes.
It is, yes. You run Merlin engines and things on it.
Yeah.
It's a bit like the old 5-star petrol. That's
yeah, I think I recall that.
Yeah, so this is having a few modifications despite being a scrap build. We're putting a 1600cc head on it. This is the 2 litre, which will give a compression ratio of about 11:1, which will complement the avgas.
Yeah, so for petrol engine enthusiasts, that's a bit different to normal.
Yeah, the lead with these engines is quite important, and when they don't have lead, you end up with detonation and the damage of pistons.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I'm going through pistons that are not damaged. And I've managed to just scrape up a set of 4.
So, those are possibly those pistons there?
They are. The 4 to the left are the ones to be used.
Yeah.
They do look a bit rough, but
so do I.
scrapping build.
Well, yeah, so it's done on a budget.
But when we look at like that one, can you see across there and there?
Oh yeah.
That's detonation.
Oh yeah, that's quite bad.
That's quite bad.
It's almost like mechanical damage.
It
like
is.
Physical damage to the piston crown.
It's the fuel starting to burn before the spark happens.
Is that what they call pinking?
Yeah, and it's basically trying to fire as the piston's coming up. And it does all sorts of nasty damage, including where the piston rings sit.
Yeah.
They get damaged and open up. You can see, but the gap at the bottom there, it dips down.
Because it's over compressing the piston, so it's literally going the wrong way.
So when the ring goes in, it should be nice and tight, but then you get to that point.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Can that be adjusted with? I'm a novice here. Can that be adjusted with timing?
It is basically the timing. And when they took the lead out of petrol, you needed to retard ignition timing, because it fires differently. Leaded fuel stopped it igniting so early, and when it did ignite, it was a slow burn compared to unleaded. Which suited these engines. And when they're on unleaded fuel, they're a little bit, how would you say, not quite happy, because you can't set them as they should be set for the perfect running. So it was a bit of a compromise.
Yeah.
And you suffer with pinking and detonation and the fact nobody seems to be able to set carburetors up anymore. So
It's
also a badly
probably a
set
lost
up
art.
engine can cause it.
Yeah, which is back to the timing, isn't it? Or the fueling part of the timing.
If you run a weak mixture, you risk running hot and things and melting things.
Yeah, I remember my father had a Volvo 264 GLE saloon car. That was lovely. 6-cylinder, petrol. I think it was about 2.4, 2.5.
I think there were actually, yeah.
And that used to pink sometimes, and I think that was it was old T-Reg, so 1979.
Yep.
So that would have been a leaded engine,
It would have
running
been,
on unleaded later. I think he used to put little capfuls of Red X in it.
And many people did, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with the Pinto engine, I did actually, when I was running Pinto engines in the leaded fuel days, I once changed the fuel tank on the car I was running, and the only fuel I could put in it at the time was unleaded. And the car ran crap. It was no power, it just felt gutless. When I got to the filling station and filled the tank with the leaded fuel, everything was just back to normal, as it should be. And you could just gauge the difference. So that's another reason why I'm going for the leaded fuel with this, because it's quite forgiving on pistons and things.
Physically forgiving,
Yeah.
So you don't get this. So I can actually feel that, the damage that it's done to it, and you could see it on their viewers. So to hear more about that, check out Alde's channel.
Check it out. I think we'll be on episode 7 next.
So viewers, back to the reversing cameras. This is the kind of idea that I've got, is GoPro mounts and self-adhesive pads, so I'm not drilling holes in the dash. So I'm just gonna give that a try, really. Might get Alde on the Alde the cameraman. Get Alde on the scene. I'll start jumping. Sorry, back to the camera. I've ruled day one, week 1 of lessons. Don't put your back to the camera, but sometimes you have to. So I'm thinking about in that one about there, and hopefully it isn't too wobbly. Tighten that up. So these are just a little. This is all obviously off Amazon. The whole thing you can see here is off Amazon. So I'm thinking of putting that there, because what I don't want is it tap 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 down the motorway off. So I want it a bit free, and we'll go for it about there. They're a bit of a one strike, these pads, so it's fairly clean, because I gave this a clean before I brought it down here, and Alde's been looking after it in his wonderful workshop. So that should hopefully sit about there. Just press that down. It's got a 3M sticky pad. Stick that one there. Hopefully that'll just adhere. It's a good word, adhere. I like it. And then this one, stick that about there. And then that's not tapping on anything. Oh no, it's come off. The joint, oh, it's not sticking.
I wonder if somebody's used a silicone-based cleaner.
Have you got any brake cleaner or something?
Yeah, I have.
Right, cutscene, we're just going to put some brake cleaner on this. Yes, please. Eddie just said, would he like a cup of coffee? So I'm going yes on that. Right. And brake cleaner to the rescue.
I'll give you...
if you do it, because my hands are full.
One there, wasn't it?
Yeah, one there, and then one slightly towards me on that one. Yes. This is just like a isoprenol, is it?
I think it is, yeah.
It's like a really thin alcohol that
which evaporates really quick.
Yeah, so that should get any greasiness off there.
Should do.
And then we'll try and stick these on now. Back to the wonders of filming with one hand. Can you grab the camera?
Okay.
Grab that stick from between my legs.
That just sounded wrong.
It's not that sort of channel, viewers. So that should hopefully stick on there. Otherwise, I'll just put loads of no-nails on it off camera. So on there. No, it's not sticking. It's not sticking. I wonder if it's too cold.
It could well be.
Because it is It's pretty chilly.
It is very chilly.
Right, so what I'm going to do is put that little red bit of tape back on there. And then we'll try that a different day. So, failure. Video fail. Stick the double-sided, because it sticks to that really well. Won't stick to anything else. So that's that. That's the end of that. So what else are we doing? Oh, we've got the cross member.
We have.
So we've got a cross member, which is a piece underneath the van that is all rusty, that Eddie found. You get a new one on the internet. So we'll just check that that's the same one. Hopefully it will be. The picture on the internet looked the same.
It did actually, yeah.
Tradevehicleparts.co.uk, shout out to you because you were very helpful. This is where it's probably time lapse this. So this goes between the two front suspension mountings and it bolts, and then the radiator mounts to this. There's already one of these on the van, but it's very rusty. It's pressed steel and painted.
It is.
So all the wonderful weathers, including the road salt that they use in the UK, goes on this and rots it to bits. We've got some threaded holes there. So hopefully Eddie will be able to replace this. And, that should hopefully make it a bit more MOT-able in the future.
Well, it's never going to get any better, is it?
No.
So,
the one that's on's just
yeah. And you'd have to take it off to even clean it up and repaint it.
Yeah. Oh, for monetary wise, this was £80. So it'd probably take Eddie a couple of days taking it off, messing about.
Well, even if he just brought me the rusty one, there's at least a couple of hours just to clean it and paint it.
Yeah.
And at my hourly rate, that's 80 quid gone, so...
80 quid an hour, isn't it?
No.
I'm joking.
I wish.
I thought you said it was for me.
Yeah, well, you're just lucky because your vehicle scrapes into the last century.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Anything from this century, yeah, there's an extra charge.
Yeah, just as a side note, I've got a modern car, and the first time I came to Eddie's garage and he walked out like looking down his nose at it. I was like, oh, Eddie. And he was alright. Oh, this has got the towing eye on it as well.
Yep.
So if you just film the front of the van where the towing eye is.
That's it. We should have a towing eye.
There's one under there somewhere.
There is. Yeah.
Fell off.
Yeah, we can just see the towing eye there.
Oh, so that must go around like that then.
Yes.
Go like that somehow.
It does.
Yeah, so hopefully that'll be the same one.
Yeah.
Might dip down there and show the viewers.
I shall turn the pit light on.
Excellent.
I'll give you that.
Pit lighting. Gonna go down this ladder. Doom, doom, doom. No, that's Dan Dixon, isn't it?
I think the first fluid you come across is just water.
Guess the effluent. Yeah, so that is going to replace that there, this rusty beam, and it holds the radiator, and I'm presuming it's got an intercooler.
I think it will have. If it is, it'll be there somewhere.
Yeah, in there somewhere. So, oh yeah, there's an intercooler.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the radiator, and they sit on here in these. They didn't sell the rubber feet that fit in here.
Well, hopefully the ones that are on it we can reuse.
Hopefully so. And that's going to go in there. Yeah, if you look at the back of this, look, it's quite rotten. Some big cables there. They must go to the alternator. Oh, big juicy ones. Yeah, so it all mounts to that. And then there was also, I gave you it earlier, that packet. That's the top mount. So there must be a top mount in here somewhere for the radiator. Because that was listed on the drawing, so I bought one of those as well.
Right, yeah.
So that's where we are up to now, viewers. So I've just been chatting with Eddie, and some of the lights inside don't work, so I'm going to try and fix them with these lamps. Linear lamps, they're called. So my chief electrician in the Navy used to throw things at me and get all angry if I called them bulbs. So they are linear lamps. I'm going to try and put those in here, replacing these old ones. Look, they're a 8-watt T5 lamp. So the power's off, so I'm going to try and change those. I'll just kind of put you guys there. Also do that. Take those out. I used to be in the Royal Navy, and anyone that's ex-forces, they used to call this lamp tramping. So I'll put those in there. See if this works. Hopefully it does, or it's going to be new fitting. So these only have 12 volts DC going to them, but these lamps are 240 volts. So there must be a little transformer pack in there somewhere. I'll just go turn the power on. Nothing. I wonder if there's an additional light switch. What does that do? No. Does that one work? That works.
There you go, sir.
Oh! The light don't work, but I do have a coffee. So. Oh, it's in one of my cups as well.
I know. I just randomly picked it up this morning. It was a museum one of those.
Nice one. So, I've changed the lamps in this and it doesn't work. It's a bit annoying.
Do they have a starter sort of system in them, like a full-size fluorescent?
It looks like it's just a little transformer. I mean, I could do some electrical fault finding. Ah, there we go. Well, hey, it's on a separate. So there's a switch there. It's on like a 2-switch system, so there's a switch there for it. But I believe that switch has to be on as well. Yes. So both switches have to be on. We have some success, viewers.
Have you just put those lights in?
Yeah, they're brand new, yeah.
Because there are different. If you look at the ones behind you, they're more of a white light, aren't they? And these are more of a warm white.
Yeah, so these are T5 and the 35s, whereas these are whatever my dad got off the internet. Yeah, they're 50s, they're 500s, so they're a different colour.
Yeah.
Because there are different shades of white, as a lot of the viewers will know. And that's one of the really old lights, proper old, that one. As in, it's an original. I remember helping my dad replace this entire fitting. Here, sorry, I'm tripping over these boxes of whatever my mum's put in here. So yeah, so that's a light fixed. So we're another step towards getting this motorhome back on the road. Don't know why there's all lumps in the roof here. Do you think that's damp from the bathroom, viewers? The bathroom's just here. Move this box. Sorry for the POV on that. So this is the bathroom. Don't know what any of that. Oh, that's a water thing. See, I'm still discovering, viewers, because this has only recently become in my control. I've got a whale tap there. I think that pulls out and that becomes a shower. So that's the shower. Nice. Goes in there. Also basin. And lighting. Ventilation. Needs a bit of a clean in here, but it's good to go, and there's a toilet down there. So we've got a shower and a toilet. It's in its proper enclosed bathroom. There. Mirror, hello. My hat's sticking up, look. And then we have lighting. So we've got a bit more success today. Put those in the bin. When they go black at the end, that means the electrodes burnt the gas within the lamp, because these have a fluorescent gas in them. When the gas is worn out, it burns the ends. So if you've got linear lamps with black ends, that means it's time to get some new ones. So I'll just put the shade back on. then I'm going to drink some of my hot beverage because it's Sunday morning in January and it's quite cold in all honesty. But all the cab lighting is now working, so we've got 1, 2, and this third one back here, which is one of the originals, all working. So that's the electric section there. Then we've got the fan heater there, which is like a blown ducted system of hot air, and then you can just have it on cold if you want a nice air change. Got socket TV in some bubble wrap, so if you bother what's on TV you can pop the bubbles. I think that's why they've done that. Fire. And then back to my hot beverage. So see you soon, viewers.
The next day.
So just changing Andy's front cross member on his camper. He's got the old one off. And as you can see, it's absolutely rotten to the core. Yep, I think it was the right decision to replace that, Andy. So I've just swapped over the mountain bushes, etc. for the new cross member there. And as you can see, some parts weren't actually supported, with all these bits missing. To be fair, this is quite normal for a vehicle this age, and at least it can be unbolted and replaced quite easily. So there we have the new cross member in place. All the cables attached back. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Job well done.
Thank you so much for watching, viewers. Please check out Alde's channel, link in description box, and subscribe here if you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you every Thursday at 4 PM UK time. Bye bye for now.